Good afternoon, traders. In tonight's free video, I wanted to spend a little bit of time on where we close the SPX out for the week because it is in a rather precarious spot, right? All week long, the focus around the $4,100 strike has been really the most important level, and the close down below it, the close below the fire line, all really bring into question the bull market. And I think there is a very big piece of me that could see this at least at 4,000 next week, if not potentially lower. So I want to allow for, and maybe even kind of look out for that scenario. But then I want to tie that back to what goes on in the dollar, right? Ever since the dollar came back down into this fire line, we knew that it could be completing a more important downside path. And then that bounce could bring some volatility to equities. But as you see it start to come in a little bit today, you still have some bullish momentum in the shortest time frames that could be argued. But I always think it's interesting that if you're going to define a trend by higher highs and higher lows, notice this advance, right? Swing low to swing high, just looking at the personality of how does the dollar like to advance. Well, here's one move that we can study from the past. And when you reflect that off of this swing low, look at where it failed from today, right? The level is 685. The print was 667. So you're talking a pretty fair degree of precision. And even though it wasn't the same precision from swing low to swing high here, you start to see the resemblance, right? So it's a way of saying if the bearish trend is still intact, then advances that mirror previous failed advances, right? If this is what you did here and that was mimicked here, maybe this is the next movement. So if that's what happens, again, really not trying to make the prediction of what it will do, but knowing that once I see what it does, then I can start to take further, more educated action. So I think that's an important roadmap. And if we see the dollar turn lower, well, then it's going to be time to start looking at gold. Do you see the same relationship here where I'm looking at the decline that preceded the advance and its relationship to the current decline? You got a little bit of a bid up off of that today. So no rush, but just thinking that this might be the time to start thinking about these ideas. And then also Ethereum, right? A little bit off the beaten path, but a great spot to study just your basic squeeze setup and its relationship to Voodoo lines, to external retracements. Do you see how the squeeze, when we really get into this lower subgraph, has 2 bars of shifting bullish momentum? That is the signal that I'm looking for directional movement to think Ethereum is headed up into that 2000 and maybe a little bit more precisely the 2096 level. So that's where I'm involved. I hope you find the review helpful. If any of it changes, you guys will be the first to know. But have a great 3-day weekend, and I hope to see you in the updates next week. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.